man Juvon last time. Mr. New Wine, South Power 105.1. Mr. New Wine, up in the building right now, Pyramids. And you know what? What's hot hip hop? If it's not here, it's not hot, man. You know what it is. What's hot hip hop.com.
Advertise right here, right now on www.whatshotandhiphop.com.
What's happening, everybody? You already know it's Stally 330 Massillon, Ohio, and this is What's Hot and NewHipHop.com. Holding it down, you already. Hey, it's your boy Chef Juvon. We out in the Bronx. We don't usually come out here that much, but we out here in the Bronx. Came out here for a good reason. We out here at the DaMatrix Studios Network. My man DWI right here. What's going on, DWI? You know, we was hot in hip hop. We only interview people that we believe or they believe they was hot in hip hop. Are you what's hot in hip hop? Tell us why you and what's hot in hip hop.
Well, yes, thank you and big respects to y'all for making the trek up to the Northeast Bronx. Yes, I believe I'm hot in hip hop, and I've been hot in hip hop for about 13 years now, and helping independent artists, producers, and broadcasters get their thing in on radio in New York City. I'm one of the pioneers of the internet radio movement. With my format at the DaMatrix Studios of Radio Vision.
Okay, so let's start with your name, DWI, Driving While Intoxicated, but we're not going to go there. Why do you call yourself DWI?
Well, that was an acronym I came up with. All producers have, Just Blaze. Everybody had a producer named Swiss Beats, so I needed something that represented me, and I influence a lot of people in music and outside of music, family, friends, so I came up with the acronym of DWI, which is Damian Williams Influence, and I put it together like that, and then just threw the music behind it. So it's DWI music, which is influential music. Okay,
that's what's hot in hip hop. So let's back up. Let's put a quarter in the meter and let's pull up and back into this parking spot real quick. What got you started in the music business or radio? Which one?
Well, the music business, from as long as I can remember, my family has been involved with music. All of my uncles are DJs, and they're all a good 5 to 10 years older than me. So I was in the culture since I'm 38 now. So rock box, when things like that, when songs came out back when hip hop was first started, the jams and all that, and Soundview in the Park, I was a little guy listening to all that. So I was already influenced by the music. My mom used to have pictures with James Brown, Luther Vandross. She used to work for company where she used to book the talent. I think she was the receptionist, but she had those looks, so it was just passed down, and I've just been involved with it. I never went to a school to learn how to make a beat. I just knew, I seen my uncles doing it, and I wanted to do it.
Self-taught. So you started with music, and what made you go into radio broadcasting?
Well, the radio came about from a guy named Jesse Jess. He does the hip hop, the Underground Music Awards.
I know Jesse Jess.
Yeah, so
I know Jesse Jess. Dark skin.
Yeah, Jesse Jess back in 2002 sent me an email. I had some music that I produced on the internet, and he was looking for a studio to use. And back then I was in my apartment, and he hit me up, and we he asked me, do you think you can produce a radio show? And I had never done it, but it was pre-recorded at that time. So I figured if I can do a recording session, it's just a long, radio shows is longer. And I always had my eye on radio, basically, from listening to Hot 97 and all that back in the day. So I was like, sure, I'd like to do that.
That's what's hot in hip hop. Are you still working with Jesse?
Yeah, he comes. He uses my services every now and then when he has artists come in town. They'll come through here and do a radio interview if he needs a mixtape done or something like that. So yeah, we still in a loop.
That's what's hot in hip hop. So you've been in the radio business for how long?
13 years now.
13 years, and you started from where to here?
I was in my apartment on 235th Street on White Plains Road. The room was no bigger than 17 by 13, and I had the same amount of equipment that I have in there, in the broadcast room that I have now in there, but I just had it set up. I had it set up pretty good, and from then I had 2 more studios following.
All right, so your main goal with the radio station is to put people on broadcasting, the talent. How many hosts do you have on or collectively?
Collectively, right now, I have 17 shows on a weekly basis, Monday through Sunday. So, and that's just counting each one show. Some shows may have 2 hosts, 3 hosts. So that number I will have to get back to you with.
Now that's what's on hip hop. I think that is a very good idea that you have. Well, other people are doing it, but other people they starting off slow. You've been doing it for 13 years. They're not on the large scale that you're on. I mean, as I see, the radio station is nice. It looks official. It is official. And what's the type of viewers you got? What's the approximate per week or per month?
The viewers vary based off of who's going to be on each show.
Okay.
Our minimum for being on air for like 6 hours a day in the evening can go from 200, 300, 400 viewers during that time.
Okay.
A day. And then that just multiplies by the week. But the bigger the guests, the bigger the viewership.
All right, so I need you to tell our viewers at what'shotinhiphop.com what is the secret to building and keeping a radio business establishment such as this? Including your marketing, how do you get yourself out there? Everything collectively.
Well, the first thing, you can't burn bridges in this business because some people burn bridges and then die trying to swim back over. I've kept great relationships with people that I've dealt with. I get referrals. People come here and they're wowed by the way the vibe that's in the studio. They don't come in here and feel unwanted. Right. So you have to keep people feeling welcome and work with everybody that you can for within your limits so that they remember you when they get breaks.
Right.
Because I got a few people that left me and now on TV and on Hot 97 and Power 105. So, and I can always reach out to them for something, but I don't burn my bridges with them. I let them do what they do.
That's what's hot in hip hop. Well, I thank you for your time and interviewing you. How can other people reach you? How can other hosts, potential hosts, anybody? How can they reach you?
All right, you can reach me at DaMatrix DAMATRXIX Studios with an S at gmail.com. You can go to the website www.DaMatrix Studios Network.com and just hit the contact information and everything is right there.
Social network?
DWI MUZIK at everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. And and then for the Matrix Studios is the Matrix Studio without an S on Twitter and Instagram.
That's what's hot in hip hop. All right, thank you for your time again. You have any shout outs?
Now, I want to shout you guys out. I want to give a big shout out to What's Hot in Hip Hop because you guys is out here. I see the movement. I see the website. It's looking good. You got a lot of footage on there and a lot of content that people need. So y'all make sure y'all check out What's Hot in Hip Hop. They doing. We connected. That's what it is. The Matrix. We out.
That's what's hot in hip hop. One thing we try to make sure that we exploit is underground talent. Talent that's not exploited out there. And you never know, maybe your studio, What's Hot in Hip Hop, can collaborate. You have unsigned talent come through here. Maybe they can get on camera or, somehow we can collaborate somehow. I'm pretty sure we can collaborate somehow. Pretty sure. We got the website. You got a website. You have a blog?
We have a blog, but we're building the blog part of our site now, and it may make sense to include websites like your site so that we don't have to worry about having so much, because we're gonna be blogging about what happens here.
Right.
But you guys can definitely
out there.
and intertwine it all, and we can work together. So it's definitely something I can say it on record that we're gonna talk and we're gonna work something out where all we do is work with independent artists, but not limited to, but we work with the independents because that's the grassroots of this music business. So we get to make a change in what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, I definitely want to shout out Hustle Bunny for inviting us up here. Stay tuned to the next video. Probably be interviewing the CEO or myself, not sure yet, or our other partner. He's out there. Shout outs to Hustle Bunny, Blackfoot, Rasheen, the computer guy, and shout out to DWI. Thanks for the interview. Stay tuned, Doc. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment on the video. We out of here. Chef Juvon in the Bronx. Holla at him if you want to get on the radio. All right? We out of here.
out my website, what's hot in hiphop.com. Excuse me, it's so hot it's a tongue twister.
That's different. What's hot in hip hop? outside of what's hot in hiphop.com. No, I'm cool.
DJ
Right. If it ain't hot in hip hop, it won't be on here, man.
Just shout out to what's hot in hiphop.com and everybody hit me on that Twitter DJ Pro site.
Yeah, shout out to my TBM squad. What's hot in hiphop.com, Freddie Godson, y'all.
I'm always hot in hip hop.
Yeah, you know what it is, your boy Jada Kiss giving a big shout out to what's hot in hiphop.com. You heard me?
Yeah, it's your boy UM, better known as Uncle Murder, and this is what's hot in hiphop.com. Brooklyn, bang.
What's hot in hiphop.com? Your man Juvon last time. Mr. New Himself. Let's go. Let's get it.